Get the live chat going here real quick. Let me check on the channel, make sure everything's rolling good. All right. Hadn't been on live in a few days. Had some issues with the internet trying to get some videos out. As you guys can also probably understand, situation with the Cowboys currently not doing too well. As you guys know from the game Carolina Sunday, just wasn't what I think is a fair representation of what the Cowboys, a fair representation of Dak Prescott, a fair representation of our offense in general, and I think it just was due to poor execution, due to lack of time on the field. One time, I'm probably going to mention this a couple times. Tom Brady, at 41 years old, had 69 snaps during preseason. And Dak Prescott, who's young, healthy, has rookie Dak Prescott, who's young, healthy, has rookie cornerbacks, not rookie receivers, and needs that time on the field to work with those guys. He had 39 snaps in preseason. So why would a quarterback with such a veteran resume and uh, Super Bowls such as Tom Brady have almost twice as many snaps as Dak Prescott? I just think it was a coaching mistake. A lot of the YouTubers out there are saying it had nothing to do with coaching. Dak didn't perform. Well, it was an all round contribution to the outcome of that game. It was coaching. It was Dak. It was a few other things. Tyron Smith did not play well, and a few other guys. Not sure who's in the chat box, guys. Sorry, like I said, I've been out for almost a week now. I was doing a video for the Dallas Cowboys for the channel here, and it just the internet here is the best way to do this is for me to go live. I like doing the live shows because you guys are here. Buddy Johnson, hey man, sorry I've been out a while, missed you guys. We need Chris Richard to take over this team. Yeah, I think with Chris Richard out there, I think Dak would have got more reps in preseason. I cannot believe Ezekiel Elliott got 0 reps. And actually, in the game, and some people say it wasn't play calling. I've seen some of the other guys say, "Oh no, the play calling was okay. We spread the ball around, and we had." I counted 11. I counted 11 screen passes, which only two worked, and actually one of the ones that did work got called back for a penalty. So this screen passing stuff, and if you guys were watching my videos that I was trying to put out this week, uh, that I couldn't get to upload because of the internet here is extremely slow. It seemed like we were working towards the sidelines, and we had no push up the middle of the field. Uh, cool, yeah, yeah. I just uploaded a new video. If you're asking me, I uploaded 3 yesterday or late last night. I'm in Afghanistan right now. So this is where I work from. Randy Gregory practiced today. That's good. I heard he was out for concussion protocol. They were evaluating that, but the offense was dry. It was dehydrated. It was very very Linehan. And to me, I forgot. I wanted to put this on the title. I'm going to change the title when it's over, but. The situation with Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman's working. The guy made comments. All he did was make a comment concerning his work. He's doing his job, and I don't know if the comments from Stephen Jones were directed directly to Troy Aikman. I think they were kind of open comments. I don't think that Stephen Jones was directing those comments at Troy Aikman about the armchair quarterback thing. But I'm gonna call Troy Aikman his new. To me, his new nickname is gonna be Armchair Aikman. And if that's something that Stephen Jones was, if he was directing those comments to uh, to Troy Aikman, then that's completely wrong. Troy Aikman has every right to his opinion, whether he's a commentator or not. I think Stephen Jones didn't like hearing that. D. Will, don't bring up that situation, brother. I am seriously on the bring back Dez train right now. If this offense needs anything, this offense needs somebody to fire something up. Yeah, I saw the situation that Jerry Jones and Des Bryant were at the concert together. I think if Des came back, it would be kind of like a did you please learn your lesson situation. He does need to stay a little more silent. Let Dak do his job. Let Dak throw the ball where he wants to. But as you guys know, D. Will, you've been with this page since the beginning. I started it. Uh, I ask you guys this: when we lined up on offense this weekend, was there anyone that really threatened or scared the Carolina defense as far as a pass threat? We don't have a tight end. We don't have a receiver, and really Ezekiel Elliott was pretty much bottled up. There's no threat. They line up. They say we're going to stop Zeke. We're going to load the box, and we're going to shadow Dak. We're not going to allow Dak to run either. And that was all they did, and nothing else was there. There was a few passes over the middle to Cole Beasley, and then those screen passes that they were throwing didn't work. And they didn't go away from it. They continued to do it in the third and fourth quarter. And the only time we scored a touchdown or got into, really into scoring opportunity was when we didn't have a penalty, and we didn't have a penalty on that drive where we scored. Uh, yeah, Dak should be fired up. He needs to. I'm gonna say something. I hope this doesn't offend anybody. Dak needs to come out the closet, and what I mean by that is he needs to come out and be a quarterback, not be this dinking Dak. You know, he needs to go through his reads. He needs to push the ball down the field, and he needs to take some chances. We didn't have an interception. We did have the fumble recovery that was at the end. And if he gets scared, if he gets nervous, if Dak is not comfortable, what he does is he just holds the ball. And for him to hold the ball like that, he's hurting himself. He's not. He needs to drop back, read one, read two, check down, throw it away. That's it, or take off running. And he has not played much. He's been out for the preseason. Yeah, the come out of the closet thing. What I mean is he needs to come out of the closet and be a quarterback because he's not playing. He did not play like a quarterback the first game. He played like a guy that was trying to play quarterback, someone that didn't know what he was doing. I'm saying these negative things, but he played well his rookie season. He played well last year. He didn't play great last year, but he played very good. He can be our quarterback, but they can't stunt his growth. They can't put him in a bottle and cage him up and keep him from doing this and tell him, Dak, don't do this, don't do that. Don't do the things that Roethlisberger does. Don't do. We did not have a pass. We did not have a pass attempt over 18 yards. Guys, that I know I say guys all the time. I apologize for the ladies that are out there. That is ridiculous for us not to stretch the field even once in a full 60-minute game. It's really, yeah, you've got to let people grow up. You've got to let them make mistakes. You've got to let them throw the ball down the field and make a mistake if that's what happens. At least it's a 30, 40-yard mistake. If they get an interception, and that's where we got a lot of things out of Des Bryant where we don't have that now. He used to throw the ball down the field to Dez, and hey, a lot of times Dez didn't catch it, but there was a pass interference because Dez was a threat. Dez was a threat, and the defender sometimes would have to climb his back to keep him from getting the ball. Actually, there were targets to stretch the field. Dak didn't see them. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He either didn't see him or he was. It looked like he was nervous to throw him. I also watched the coach's view is what it's called on NFL Network, the All 22, and it shows you the view from the commentary box, and it also shows you the view on every play from the end zone. And I really wish I could have shared that with you guys. I really wanted to. I tried. I put together an hour and a half long video to do that, and I could not get it to load here. And the internet was so slow, it wouldn't allow me to run YouTube and NFL Network at the same time. So I agree with you. He's got to let the ball go. He's got to, that throw to Blake Jarwin there at the end. He had so many throws that were off target. I mean, and it's just from not being out there. I told some of you guys before, I played college basketball. I played lower level, junior college. I played on some traveling teams in Europe for the military. And if you took a week off, you were rusty. Now, basketball's different. It moves quick, but it's similar to the quarterback thing. Um, if Dak takes time off, he's going to be rusty. He's not a veteran quarterback. He's not a Tom Brady. That's why I'm arguing the fact Tom Brady got 69 snaps in preseason, and Dak Prescott only got 39. Why would you why would the Patriots play Tom Brady 69 snaps and Dak Prescott only get 39? It makes no sense. He's a rookie, not a rookie, but when I say rookie, I say that as young guy. He's a younger quarterback that needs the experience and has new receivers that he needs to work with, and they didn't allow him to do it. They didn't give him the time to do that. Oh, my thing is, guys, why don't we just sit Dak Prescott and sit Ezekiel Elliott until the Super Bowl or until the playoffs? Let's just sit them until the playoffs come, and that way they're healthy. It's ridiculous. These guys need snaps. They need to learn their job. They need to learn their position, and it's not their fault. I'm saying Dak, 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 but it's not. It's not him. That's what I think. If anyone has an opinion on that, I'd love to hear it. But that's what, and I really think Rico Gathers needs to be out there. If you guys look at the Patriots film, which I looked at this week, I agree with you, D. Will. We need a threat. I don't care who it is. We don't have a threat right now. I don't think Gathers is a threat at this point. I don't think him and Dak have. I think now I think Rico Gathers. I don't think he's a threat, but he's a bigger threat than those guys. And I also think he's at least a threat size wise. When Gronkowski goes down the middle, and I'm not talking about 50, 60 yards, when Gronkowski takes off down the middle or down the sideline, he draws the whole defense to that side just because of his size and his presence and what he's done in the past. Dak ain't Tom, so he should have played a preseason. Yes, he should have played a lot more. And Tom Brady to get 69 snaps at 41 years old, but they're saying they wanted to protect Dak Prescott from getting injured, but they're playing their 41-year-old guy, and they've got 5 Super Bowls. Maybe we need to learn from the guys that are winning right now, and that's who they're trying to model the team after. They're trying to model the Cowboys after, the Patriots. They're trying to model them after what they're doing now, and they talked about Tom Brady had 8 different receivers this weekend. Well, that's what we're trying to do. Build a open, non-dominant receiving, just even kill like, 8, 9 as far as tight ends and receivers go, 8 or 9 guys that work well together and no one stands out. But when you have that, you also don't have a big time player to go to. You know, you don't have any one particular person that you can use as a decoy to draw the offense, and that's what we don't have. That's what they used Dez as, and until they stopped throwing him the ball, he was getting double coverage. He was drawing, pulling the guys out of the box. He wouldn't allow them to have 8 in the box. He's seeing ghosts in the pocket and it's throwing timing. Yeah, I agree. He's got what they call uh, they call it feet. He dances around back there. He gets jittery feet and he doesn't set his feet. Then he takes off running. And twice I saw he ran right into the mouth of a sack when the pocket was actually open. The pocket was covered completely. And if you guys recall, I can't remember. It was early in the second quarter, I think. He had a perfect pocket. He's standing there. He looked so good, and all of a sudden he just takes off running. The middle was open a little bit, but the two guards or the nose guard and the note then the defensive tackle, they just collapsed on him as soon as he went between Connor Williams. No, it wasn't Connor Williams. It was on the other side. It was um, as soon as he went between Looney and who's on this side guard? Uh, uh, Travis, not Travis Frederick. Martin, Zach Martin. He went right between Martin and Looney. The two defenders just collapsed on him and sacked him, and there was no reason for him to step up there. He had a perfect pocket. Where are we at? He's seeing Ghost. Eli Manning, old. Yeah, Eli Manning, as you guys know, usually doesn't play too well against the Cowboys. I think our defense. I want to move on from last week's game. I want to concentrate on the Giants now. I think we have a good chance of going 1-1. That still puts us in second place, no matter what the Giants do. I wish we could watch film on Rodgers, Wentz, Breeze, Favre, guys like that, see how they win. Yeah, he needs just to get some a little more. What I would say, I guess, needs to get more comfortable back there. He will, guys. He played well in 2016, especially. He played well in 2017. Um, but that was the worst half of football the Cowboys have seen since 2002. I don't know if you guys watched the video, but we had 0 yards. We had net yards. We had 60 yards in the first half, and we had 60 yards in penalties, which is zero. There's no way you can win a game with 0 yards. It was horrible. And that's another thing. I don't mind this. They call it Dak offense, the short passes, but we can't get penalties with that. If we get a penalty and we get a 3rd and 12, or we get a 2nd and 20, or we get a 1st and 20, it's almost impossible for us to recover from that because we don't have a big time receiver. We don't have that big time player. We don't have a guy that's going to go out and get us 15 yards, especially when we have that and all they're doing is throwing screens. These bubble screens are great. Hallelujah, they work. Run it on first down. Instead of running Dak on first down, run a bubble screen and get 5 yards, and then on second down you run Zeke, and if he gets 4 yards, now it's 3rd and 1. You know what I'm saying? And they need to put Rico out there. They need to give the guy an opportunity. It's ridiculous to have a ceiling like that. Hey Hawk, what's up, brother? I missed you, man. I've been out of service. I've been trying to get this internet nailed down. I've been trying to do. I took some actually. Also, I didn't tell you guys. I took kind of like some classes online on video footage and stuff like that. So yeah, no number one receiver, Jose. Exactly, and I agree with your statement. I think you put a statement in the comment box. I completely agree. Um, it just didn't look good. I don't want to say I don't want to say too many negative things, but there wasn't a lot of positive things to say other than we have the ability. It's there. We have the ability, but we didn't show any of it. I mean, literally almost zero. I did not like the play calling, and uh, other than the play calling, I think everything else falls on the players. But it falls on the players because they weren't they weren't prepared properly. They didn't get enough time on the field in preseason. They didn't get enough time to execute these plays. They didn't get enough time to execute together. Dak with the two receivers didn't get enough execution on the field. And it's gonna become smoother. It's gonna work better game by game. We're gonna get better. Dak will get back to himself, but we blew this first game to do that. That's the way I feel. I feel like we'll become a winning team, but it's going to take a little time. We've got to. We should have really worked Dak a lot in preseason with the new receivers. That's just practice doesn't get it done. You can't practice game time situation. You can prepare for games, but you can't fully go through the motions. So it's different. A number one receiver would have helped. Yeah, even Dez. Dez would have helped us yesterday. I'll tell you this: if we had Dez yesterday, not yesterday, Sunday. If we had Dez Sunday and we had Rico Gathers also on the field and we had Earl Thomas, those three players, I guarantee you, we would have won by 10 points. I don't give a shit what anyone says. If we had done the Earl Thomas trade, and our defense did fine, I'm not saying, but we didn't create turnovers. And Earl Thomas, as you know, might have created a turnover for us. We didn't, that's something we need. Those three players, we would have won that game by 10 points, and I can assure you that. Rico Gathers, Des Bryant, and Earl Thomas on the field would have won the game. And you're not talking about anything different. We're already paying Rico Gathers. Des Bryant, we've got 20 million. Bring him back for 6 mil. Bring him back for 6 mil a year. And Earl Thomas, we could have had him here. That leaves us 14 million. For we could have had him here for 12 million, I'm sure, and a trade. So no, I said number one would have helped. Yeah, wouldn't have helped. Oh, you don't think? I really think we had no threat. We had no one to pull the defense to the away. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that also. I think that the receiving core, if Dak would have played better, we wouldn't have needed a number one. But Dak's poor performance, he needed someone real reliable he could just go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if Rico would have been there, it could have been Rico. Dak should have thrown some touchdowns. There was some guys open, but you got to realize Dak, no quarterback can see the complete field at one time. The fact that he might have been looking on the left side or looking up the middle, or the way the reads are supposed to go, I think he wasn't prepared. So it would have helped him this Sunday to have a go-to receiver. He could just say, "Look, my rhythm is not here." And when your rhythm's not there, that's something you can use. You can say, "My rhythm's not good today. I need to. Where's my number one receiver at that I can go to for a couple plays?" And that's how these quarterbacks, like Aaron Rodgers, that's how these quarterbacks, especially Ben Roethlisberger will get off rhythm. He's not having a good day. So what does he do? He'll go to Antonio Brown, like boom, 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 three times in a row, and there's his rhythm. Now he's on target. Now he's firing the ball to the other guys. And one somebody that does that more than anyone is Matt Ryan. You watch Matt Ryan. When they had their first game that first week, uh, let me go back and read these. Crunk, that was the worst Cowboys game I ever watched. Yeah, by far. Since 2002, that was the worst performance and a half they've had. 0 points, 0 yards, and they did not go into Carolina territory. 0 yards. They had 60 yards in penalties and 60 yards accumulated. So they had 0 yards in the first half. That's horrible. Um, Garrett's on the hot seat, and more than anyone, Linehan is. I think they still like Garrett a lot. I think Linehan is expendable. And if you guys know how business works, I know how business works. I'm gonna tell you, I know how business works. Garrett will point the finger down and say, "No, no, 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 dog, my homeboy here. I told him. I told him. I'm gonna tell you, Linehan will be gone first. I don't think they'll do it. They can't do it together. As you guys know, they won't do it at the same time. Linehan will be expendable before Garrett. Sorry, getting in the discussion late. I think the Giants have improved their team. We must get to Eli and force him. I hope so, guys. I hope Randy Gregory is there, so we have that bookends coming from the end. Every team looked bad on this. Yeah, pretty much most teams did. Notice Tampa Bay looked amazing with Fitzgerald. Why did Fitzgerald look good? He got I don't know how many snaps I would have to go look. Fitzgerald threw four touchdowns and then they ran one in. Fitzgerald looked amazing, and he got a lot of snaps in preseason because they knew Jameis Winston was getting, he was going to miss those first three games. So Fitzgerald was on his ball because he got a lot of. It's a rhythm thing, man. You got quarterback and point guard. I can relate playing point guard. It is so much. They're so similar. uh, your passing. It's not just throwing the ball accurately. It's throwing the ball accurately with timing and stepping up in the pocket. It's the same thing when you're dribbling up court. Sometimes you got to move a little bit to the left to open that passing lane. Quarterbacks got to do the same thing. They got to drop back. They might have to move left or right to open up a passing lane if they see a receiver coming open. That's why taller quarterbacks are more, uh, are more uh, they're more popular to be drafted because you can see over the linemen for the most part, and that's one thing the Cowboys have. We went with long, leaner, taller linemen, and it does make it difficult for like Drew Brees to see over. Heads better roll. That's what I'm there too. Shut down Shaquille Barkley and Odell Beckham. Uh, I'm hey guys, the Odell Beckham Jr. thing. I'm really excited to see that this weekend. I want to see Chidobe Awuzie and Byron Jones how they handle that. I think that they're going to let both of those guys kind of play him, depending on what side he lines up on. I think we have two very good, talented cornerbacks. Our secondary played outstanding. We really didn't need Earl Thomas. I mean, it would have been nice. It would have been an upgrade. Our secondary played great. Our safeties played great. So I'm happy with our safeties, but we're still thin there. We still need depth at safety. It would be nice to put Earl Thomas at the top of that and move the other guys down. And I'm hoping that'll happen. The only way that'll happen is if Seattle loses their next two games. And if they lose their next two games, then we could be, they could be looking to get rid of him to improve their team down in the future. Yeah, but Tampa Bay gave up a lot on defensive side. Yeah, I agree, James. 100%. I'm talking about how well he played. I mean, there was a lot of guys on defense that weren't playing well around the league as well, but he still put up points. He still looked good because he was in rhythm. He had a lot of rhythm coming out of preseason, which uh, very few quarterbacks did. But he got a lot of time in preseason because of the Jameis Winston situation, and that's why I can say, uh, you know. Tom Brady looked pretty well. He got an adequate amount for his age and experience. Why can't Scott make more run style plays? Hey, yeah, I agree. The only time Dak ran the ball was like when there was a little bit of pressure, he would take off. They really didn't do any that I saw. The read option, which they had ran quite a bit. We ran it in the end zone on that touchdown play. We ran it, and then I know they like to run it inside the 20, but I don't know why they don't run it on other parts of the field. We usually play solid against Odell. Run D can stop. I think we should be okay. I thought this last week. Last week I didn't take some things into consideration. I thought our offense is very simple. Scott Linehan has a simple offense, so I thought that would benefit us because the offense is simple. We don't need a lot of practice to run, these short plays. But these bubble screens and these plays where the guards pull and the tackles have to pull and stuff like that, they're a little more difficult than I thought, I guess, because we had a lot of penalties on that. What do you think about our receivers? I think pretty much we don't have any. I think we have a group of guys that are pretty good. I don't think we have any standout receivers. I mean, if you look at if you were on defense, if you were a defensive player and you lined up against us, you wouldn't say, okay, who do you put your best corner on? It really don't matter. We don't have a guy that stands out. Now, normally, if Dez was here, you'd say, okay, put your best receiver on Dez, and then everybody else kind of pick up a man. It really doesn't matter. Leighton Vander Esch would have about him had made a. Yeah, I didn't see much out of LVE. He's still kind of low on the depth chart, I think. Jalen Smith. Let me get a hold of Hawk's thing right here. I missed you, Hawk. 1 second. Uh, Hawk, where we at? Jalen Smith and Sean Lee won't have too bad. I agree with that. I hope they don't have two bad games in a row. I can't see that. But I'm worried about our line. I am worried about the offensive line a little bit. I think Connor Williams will learn quick. He's going to pick things up and he's gonna play better. I think this week. Victor, hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? Dallas needs to come out and pound the rock and keep. That's what I was going to. I apologize. Somebody else commented on that also. Ezekiel Elliott had 15 carries and he had I think 69 yards. Was it? That's still like 4.6, 4.7 yards a carry. That's not anything to go away from. You still got to keep pounding it. You still got to try. The problem is they kept getting themselves in situations with these penalties because they were getting nothing on first, and then they get a penalty on second, and it's second and 17. Or sorry guys, mosquito. The mosquitoes here are like damn fucking helicopters. But I agree, and sorry for the language, but I don't like mosquitoes or flies. Uh, Yeah, they just had rust. It's the same with Dak Prescott, guys. Oh, my son is in the house. What up? Big Papa Pump. What's up, Caleb? How you doing, my brother? I miss you, son. I love you so much, man. From Afghanistan live. My son is in the house. That's awesome. Uh, and I dropped an F bomb, my first F bomb on live, I think. Anyways, got a little tear in the eye, man. I miss my son, bro. Defense and offense just had rust. Yeah, completely. We all did. Hopefully Collins lit a fire under their Dak's ass. Yeah, I completely agree about that. Like I was saying, guys, Dak needs to come out the closet for you guys that just came on. And what I mean by that is they need to let him out the closet and let him play quarterback, not manage this team and just dink and dunk the ball here. We got to stretch the ball down the field a few times, and if they need to pull him to the side, and they need to say, look, throw the damn ball. We don't care what happens. We do care what happens, but I mean, stretch the ball down the field. The defense does not respect you, bro. That's what I'd tell him. I'd look him right in the eye and say, the defense don't respect you, man. You need to throw the ball. You need to let it flow, or these quarterbacks and these cornerbacks and these cornerbacks are not going to respect you. And that's just. And I know that the offensive line had a little time also giving him had a difficult time giving him time. So yeah, and that's what was happening. He was killing plays. It just wasn't working. So I wanted to get that in today, guys. I've been pretty negative on the Cowboys this week. It was difficult to see us play so horrible, and we got to sit with this for a week. So, Stephen Jones comments, D. Will, the Stephen Jones comments he made, I don't think they were directly aimed at Troy Aikman, but I think Stephen Jones has got the team going in the right direction. But I would not be surprised. You guys know Mark Holmes, he put out a video. If you guys want to check that out, it was pretty good. He was changing out a toilet, and he was talking about the shit you have to put up with. He was referring to what he was doing, and also the Dallas Cowboys. A kind of a metaphor there. It was pretty cool. But he was saying, uh, what he was saying was, the situation. He don't think, about the Jerry Jones and all that stuff that he and talking to Dak, or excuse me, Dez. He's hoping that doesn't cause a flare up, or it could cause a flare up between Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. And hey, if Jerry Jones, he may be thinking, hey, maybe I'm letting this go too far. Maybe I'm letting these guys control too much. Maybe we do need Dak back. I wouldn't have mind seeing him this Sunday. Now, halfway through the season, I don't think we'll need him, but I think we needed him this Sunday. I would have used anybody. If Odell Beckham would have came to play for us that day, I would have said, "Hey, Odell, somebody needs to get in here and make a move and make a catch." Sometimes you just need that guy you can throw the ball up to and let him make a play, and that'll get the rhythm going. And I think that's what they use receivers like Julio Jones. If you guys watch Matt Ryan, man, sometimes his game is off. And when his game is off, he goes to Julio Jones like this 2 or 3 or 4 times, and all of a sudden, oh, what happened? The offense has life. Matt Ryan's throwing the ball around, and the ball getting moved, and the running game's open. And you need a receiver that you can go to like that to open the offense up. And we just don't have it right now. So that's where I stand on that. Connor actually played solid mostly. Yeah, he gave up 2 sacks. I think he had one penalty. But, he was playing against a Pro Bowl type guard. The guy hadn't been in a Pro Bowl in a year or two, but he's still, a rookie against a Pro Bowler. I think he did all right. He's going to improve, and he's our left guard for sure for the future, and he'll pick that up. Stephen Jones needs to walk. Needs to walk if he's gonna. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Stephen Jones is gonna make these cuts and make these situations happen. He has to make sure it works. And like I said, I think if we had Beasley was the only guy. What's up, Knox Zero? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe, guys, if you aren't part of the channel. It does help push us up a little bit, and it like days like today, there's only 15 of us in here, but we can get a good conversation going. That's what I want to do. I would like to get to the point. I'm going to get my phone working over here where you guys can call in. That should be working pretty soon. So maybe during the game. During the game, I had over 300 people here in the room. So a little bit different situation, but it would be nice. You guys could call in on your lunch breaks or whatever you're doing. But yeah, Cole Beasley was the only one that had any kind of rapport with Dak. That was the only one that Dak could go to and count on. And sometimes you just, as a quarterback, when your rhythm is not there, I used to do the same thing. I had shooters that I knew could shoot. I would penetrate to their side. I would completely avoid whatever the offensive play or setup was supposed to be. I would penetrate to that side, draw the defense in, and kick it out to the shooter. That was it. And we would hit one or two of those, and all of a sudden, now we're back in the game. Now the game's running. Now I could penetrate and go to the hole, or I could, you know, other players started, the defense started opening up. And as a quarterback, you need that receiver, that Antonio Brown, that Julio Jones. Sometimes you need it, where you can just focus on that guy. Let me get him the ball a couple times and get this offense moving and get me in a rhythm. And I can assure you, Matt Ryan does it. Uh, Ben Roethlisberger does it. And some of these other quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers has done it in the past when he has those guys there. Yeah, like Dez. I would not have minded Dez being there on Sunday. This Sunday, I would have loved to have seen Dez on the field, at least to get some pass interferences for us. He was great at doing that, and he caught a lot of balls and got us out of trouble. Hey, a pass interference on first down, even if or third down, even if it's 3rd and 28, it's still a first down. Even if it's 15-yard penalty, it's spot of the ball and a first down. So, you know, a holding penalty on a defense, he got a lot of those by illegal use of the hands defense, 5 yards, automatic first down, boom. And we got that a lot of times, and I don't think they gave him credit for that. Got him. No, I didn't. Shit. Uh, yeah, but also Dak's got to take chances and throw the ball more. Yes, sir. I don't know if you just got in the room, Tim. I just mentioned that as well, almost in the same words, brother. I completely agree. That's what I said. They gotta get Dak out of the closet, and they've got him in this closet. They're only allowing him to do a few things. They gotta open the doors and let Dak fly, and they got to let him out of the closet, and gotta let him throw the ball. I know that sounds funny, and it maybe sounds similar to some situations people used to discuss in the past, but that old terminology of let him out of the closet, but they've got him caged up. He's in a cage, and I don't think they're allowing him. They need to bring him to the side and say, "Hey, look, dumbass, throw the ball. We don't care. Throw it. Quit running around holding it and then taking off. Throw it." And they need to tell him that's what a quarterback's job is. And I think he's just rusty. I know we're all jumping on Dak. And it's because he has a lot of responsibilities. He played horrible, and like I said, part of it is because Tavon Austin did okay. He showed a little bit, but I think two of the plays he had, there were penalties on those plays, and one of them, especially in the beginning, the block in the back by I keep saying Jalen Smith, Tyron Smith. He had the block in the back, and that was because Tyron Smith's rhythm is off. He hasn't been playing much either, and on that play, he was supposed to pull, and he pulled late. He was supposed to pause, freeze the linebacker, and then pull and block for Tavon Austin, and he got out there late. Now, Tavon Austin also might have lined up a little too wide. I don't know how the play scheme, but either two things happened. Either Tyron Smith got out there late because he held the linebacker too long, or Tavon Austin was lined up too wide, which meant Tyron Smith didn't have time to get out there. Maybe the coaches let Dak out of the closet in practice and they don't like the results. And that could be true, bro. Herb from Tennessee, we're going to see you at the draft, right? You got to make it over there. I'm going to be stopping in Kenton, Tennessee. I'm going to stay the night in Kenton, Tennessee, which is up by Union City, Dyersburg. Then we're going to pick up my dad and drive over to the draft there in Nashville. So we'll be there, man. We'll see you guys. That's awesome. Joe Boo is coming. Hadn't talked to him in a while. You know, he's got his page going and everything. He had a good video today. So if you guys check out his page, you guys know I always support Joe Boo, and I'm glad he got his page back up. Uh, yeah, he maybe they let him out of the closet in this, and it didn't work out. And that's why they drafted Mike White. I thought Mike White was maybe trade material for Earl Thomas. My scenario with that was incorrect, but I thought maybe if he played good in preseason, they would make a trade for him and maybe like a defensive tackle or something, and get Earl Thomas. But none of that happened. Was that talks that maybe happened? I don't know, because Seattle did pick up that backup quarterback from uh, from the Packers, I think it was. Anyways, they made quarterback moves and picked up some uh, backup quarterbacks and stuff, which I was hoping we would provide that during the Earl Thomas trade. Tough position at that level. Yeah, yeah, it is. Have you ever had crunk juice? No, man, I hadn't had crunk juice. I had crankin, which is what Stevie Mac had me. I don't know if there's anything crazy in crunk juice, but I'm pretty straight. I I'll drink, but that's about it. And I'll smoke shisha. I almost said hashish because this guy was asking me the other day, "You want some hashish?" Hell no, I don't want no damn hashish. There was a lot of teams that didn't play well this week. The Ravens didn't play that well last night, but they put up points. You know, my Cowboys family in the Heezy. What's up, brother? How you doing? Hey, I've been off for a little bit. I did put some videos up, but as you guys know, the YouTuber guys, once we get a chance, we stay pretty busy, trying to put video out. And from here, it's been a pain. And I did an hour and a half long video that I wanted to post, and the internet here just won't let me do it. So I wasted 2 days of all the work I did on that. So sorry, guys. I've tried to post little pieces of it, but even still, it takes like an hour just to put out a 7-minute video. The live stream works good for me. The live stream's working great. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go live stream. I'll post the videos, and I like talking to you guys anyways. To me, it's better. I just have a few questions. I throw those questions out, and then we start talking. Lil John has his own. Oh, no, no, no. I have had that. I had that in Oklahoma one time. That's a long time ago, though. They don't still have crunk juice, right? I think that's old. Lil John had his own juice called energy juice. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. I had it before. The crunk juice. Yeah, that's where I had heard of that before. I mean, I've listened to rap music since I was a kid, but I forgot about the crunk juice. Yeah, I have had that. He's fighting for his job as franchise quarterback at this point. Hey, I know Cowboys family. I hadn't been on here much. Just wanted to say hello and what you had your opinion on Dak. I just think he was rusty. Tom Brady had 69 snaps during preseason, and Dak Prescott with new receivers only had 39. So I didn't think that made sense. I'm putting that on coaching. I think the coaches didn't let him prepare. And what I said was, uh, I think they got Dak in the closet. They need to let him out of the closet. That's my reference on that. I know it's also reference to some other things, but Dak's in the closet. He needs to come out, and they need to let him open up and let him do things. And if he throws the damn ball and throws an interception, I'd rather see that than him not throw the ball. It's kind of like letting your kids grow up. When your kids grow up, they're gonna make mistakes, but you push them to, especially boys. You push them to, hey, get out there on your bicycle, take off, ride that damn thing. If you fall down, you fall down. I'm gonna pick you back up, and I'm gonna help you get things going. But there were many other issues. Oh yeah, of course. And those issues caused Dak to kind of collapse. And in the second half, he did come out and play better. Foundation that were coaching based. They are, yeah, and we ran the ball 15 times with Ezekiel Elliott, and he had 69 yards, which I think is not bad on 15 runs. You just We got behind, and the penalties and all those things, it didn't allow us to use Dak properly. Travis Frederick update. I haven't heard anything as far as I know. There won't be any updates on that. He's just slowly getting better, and that's it's going to take time. They're not going to trust him on the field until, and what I mean is trust his illness on the field till they know he's straight. You know, I think if Travis Frederick was out there, he would have helped us a little. But I think Looney's doing a pretty damn good job. I think he's doing an outstanding job to step in the way he did and handle what he's handling. Dak would be a very solid backup at that point if they. It would have been nice to have a backup that we could have looked at, but 15 runs for Zeke, 82 snaps for our tight ends, 10 for Austin, one carry, jet sweep, nothing new. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These bubble screens are killing me, Cowboy family. We had 11 of them, I counted, and we had only had two that were really positive plays, and of those, one was a penalty. Had a penalty, so it was brought back. We were constantly behind the change, second 26, first and 15, third and 22, and then on third and 22, and on the second and longs, they would run a bubble screen or they would run a run play. We did not throw the ball. Our offense was working left to right. There was no progress to push the offense forward. At no point did we challenge the defense. And if the defense lines up against us and looks at our offense, who are they going to be scared of if we're not doing that? They're going to fill the box. They're going to stop Zeke, and they're going to shadow Dak, and they're going to say, if you aren't going to throw the ball down the field, we're going to sit back and enjoy it. We're not. We're going to, like I said, we're going to stop Zeke, and we're going to shadow Zach so he can't take off running. Not Zach. Uh, Ezekiel Elliott. They're going to stop Ezekiel Elliott, and they're going to shadow Dak, and that's all they're going to do. Panthers dared Dak also to, yeah, but they dared him to torch him, and they were open deep, and we did the one throw we had deep. He skipped it off the ground like 2 or 3 feet in front of Blake Jarwin's feet. It was a horrible throw. There was a lot of horrible throws, and I'm putting it on Dak, but it's because they did not prepare him. The coaches prepared Dak. He has his own preparation that he goes through, but the coaches have to allow him to get on the field, take those snaps, work with his new receivers, and build a rapport and build a consistency, a continuity. I guarantee you he didn't feel comfortable the first time he dropped back to throw the ball. He just didn't feel right. I can assure you. The league figured out Linehan, the offense. Yes. Also, Dak friendly, one TD drive, and that TD drive we didn't have a penalty. Our offense, if we get a penalty, we're screwed. We don't have the ability to get 20 yards in 3 plays. We just don't. We are not going to get 20 yards in 3 plays. We're going to get 6, 6, and 6, or we're going to get 2, 8, and 4. We're not going to get 20 yards, and that's what killed us. And every drive we had a penalty, we punted. And the one time we got in that situation, we had to get a first down. Dak ran around, tried to make a play, and then we got the strip sack. Lincoln Rick. Wonder if Dak's footwork is terrible when he's nervous. Yeah, and we saw a lot of the pitter patter of the feet, the dancing around. So coaches didn't help him as expected. No adjustments. I agree with that. Also, Dak don't feel comfortable with the tight ends doing 50-yard. Yeah, we've got to work this 15, 18, 20-yard passes, and that's what's we need those when we have a penalty. And of course, with it being early in the season, we had a lot of penalties. I don't know, family, if you had information on this. We had 0 yards in the first half. We had 24 yards rushing. We had 37 yards passing, or 36 for a total of 60 yards, and we had 60 yards in penalties. So for the first half, we had 0 yards. We did not cross into Carolina territory. We didn't cross the 50-yard line, and we had 0 points, of course. So that was the first time that's happened since 2002 that we've not crossed into the opponent's territory in the first half. That's sad. I mean, that's how bad it was, and that's why I've been on this negative freight train for a week, and I hope we can shake it this week. So with luck And with them opening the closet door and letting Dak out of the closet, they got to push him out of the closet. I think he kind of likes being in the closet. And if Dak is that bad, then our coaches are much worse since they don't. I don't think. Hey, Dak can play, guys. You know he can. I mean, the numbers he put up his freshman, his rookie season. I mean, were very very good. They were legendary rookie numbers. They were, especially in the turnover area. And his numbers were Aikman like. And when I say Aikman like, they were better than Aikman's. And the thing was, Aikman had Emmitt Smith, and that's why his numbers were low. He had very, very similar numbers to Aikman. And if Dak said, defense expect runs and short passes, screens, exactly, 1,000,000%, man. We've obviously watched it, and that's one thing. The Cowboy fans are so informed. Knock zero. I've been saying that all week. We were working the offense, sideline to sideline. We never worked the offense in any kind of northern type aggression. So they didn't respect that, and they choked us down sideline to sideline, and that's what killed us. Got to throw deep, consistent. Yeah, we gotta throw deep at least 4 or 5 times a game to press the defense. We didn't pass the 50-yard line until the second half. Yeah, we didn't. We did not cross the 50-yard line to the second half. That was the first time since 2002. Oh, we got a carrot comment on here. Dude, I love the way you say carrot. Cowboys family, you say it in a different way. I don't know. When you say it, it's like the word carrot is like it's a whole different vocabulary word. It's so derogatory. I mean, you say carrot now. Because of you, every time I hear the word carrot, it drives me crazy. I expect for the carrot to take over play calling by week 4. I hope it gets better. I don't know. We'll see. But to me, yeah, carrot is a cuss word in my book. I call him. I say the effing woodpecker. That's what I say. I don't know. I don't. It's just the red hair thing. I don't know if that's racial or if anyone doesn't like that. My wife's Latina, so she has a little trouble saying wood. So she calls him effing Goodpecker. She says, "Oh, Goodpecker." That's more funny than any damn thing. To hear her say now she says Woodpecker because she had to practice that. I wouldn't let her say, "Hey, you can't call him Goodpecker. I don't like that." So it's funny, man. Get Austin and Elliott out of there on sweeps and screens. They didn't work too good. You guys know that the biggest play Ezekiel Elliott has had from the line of scrimmage is that screen play he had against Pittsburgh, and it worked. It worked really well. Also, he had another one against San Francisco. The one for Pittsburgh went for like 82 yards, and so those things have worked in the past. I think it worked. Maybe they went to it too much. I don't know. So, Herb, you're from Tennessee, man. That's the land of vegetables. I mean, you've got to like carrots and fried green tomatoes and stuff like that. That's what everybody eats in there, up in that area. So, but anyway, Cowboys family, I have referred to the carrot quite a bit lately because it is a cuss word. Yeah, it's a cuss word for now. But anyways, guys, I wanted to jump in and say that I really appreciate you guys jumping in, on the channel and coming to the live stream. I'm gonna start doing live streams from here. The videos are just too difficult. I took those video classes on the internet, and it just didn't, it didn't work with me trying to do videos here. I spent hours and hours building the video and wanted to put my first video out, and it was supposed to be so amazing. Uh, and I couldn't even upload the thing. But the live stream works fine. I hope the picture's good. I hope the sound is okay. I really appreciate you guys joining in. Go Cowboys! Hey, we got the freaking stinking Giants, the New York stinking Giants this week. And yeah, Rick, this end of the show, if you want to go back and watch it from the beginning, we had a lot of good comments. We had a lot of good talk, a lot of good information put out on the video, a lot of stats from. We didn't go forward and talk about the Giants. I kind of am still relishing the horrible win. I mean, the horrible loss we had. So I got over that. I think I've worked that out. Let's move forward. Let's go for the Giants. The season isn't over. We definitely got better days to look forward to. We won't play like that again. I really think, guys, Dak won't play like that again. I think our offense will be much better. I think we're moving forward. I think the play calling is they're learning. We're gonna get that rhythm that we didn't have because we didn't play properly in preseason. That's where it's at right now for me. We did not play our guys properly in preseason. We tried to save and bottle them up. I don't know what this thing is with bottling Dak up and saving Zeke and don't let him do this and don't let him run these plays and don't let him throw the ball down the field. Uh, you know, it's open it up, guys. Let's play football. Let's throw the ball down the field. Let's go out and get some players that are going to help us. Let's go out and get Earl Thomas. Let's do this shit right, man. Let's do it the way Jerry Jones used to do it for a little bit. I understand saving money, but damn, man, let's play cards, Let's put some chips on the table. Let's don't do this dink and dunk shit all damn day. I like it. It's safe. That's what Dak wants to do. But we can't do that all the time. We cannot just sit back and hand the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott 5 or 6 times and it doesn't work. Let's don't go back to it. Now let's try this other shit that don't work either. So I don't know, guys. We got to play better. So give the ball to Dak. Let him take care of it. Dak will take care of the ball. He won't turn it over for the most part. And let's let this thing run the way we did it in 2016. I think we're a better team than we were in 2016. So let's do it. Take care, guys. Thank you very much. I got to call my attorney. I got situations at home with the car, and my attorney's got to get involved. So I love you guys. Thanks for coming to the channel. Go Cowboys. I will see you tomorrow. I'll do another live stream tomorrow. It's all about the live stream. It's all about the live stream, baby. Go Cowboys. Hell yes.